Like you
Yeah,
said,
as long as your stream can hear, like all both of us, I think we're okay.
yeah.
In Xbox, you have to. Oh wait, hold on. I can hear you. Are y'all talking in Discord or Xbox chat? We're talking Xbox chat ring. In your Xbox, you have to switch your headphone output to a TV stereo. Oh, do you have that?
Alright, so I gotta go to audio settings, right?
Yeah.
Alright,
Settings. I know where that is. It's in general volume. Audio.
settings. Um, party. Maybe. No? Yeah,
Yes, and we should
I
be
don't
able
see
to
the
hear
op.
that. It's in your Xbox setting, well, obviously in settings. Geez, Rain, way to go for obvious advice. No, Rain, any advice is helpful. It's just I don't understand how. Yes, I know my controller's low on batteries. Don't tell me about that.
Alright, people. Do they have the private chat setting? Maybe we could do that?
um,
I know they had that on the 360. Or should we just switch to the game chat?
no, because we're going to hear everyone else, and that still might not work.
Hmm. I don't know then. I don't know. Well, I mean, my stream can hear you.
Yeah.
I didn't even put that I was live either. Like, I didn't tweet anything out or promote myself. It's not capture settings, I know that much.
That's all fine. That's all fine. Oh, wait. No, that might not work either.
Invite everyone to game, that's not it.
Uh, well, I think
It's,
I'll probably play a few matches, then I'll end my stream, and we can keep playing on your stream.
yeah, maybe that might work if my stream lets me. If not, then I did get Warzone downloaded, updated finally.
Okay. Maybe that'll work better. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah. If not, we could just do this podcast style. All right. Okay. I hate being party leader, by the way, so I'm gonna promote you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to promote you, but it's weird because I go to your name. It says, "Do you want to join the broadcast?"
Yeah.
But when I join broadcast, it just takes me straight to Twitch.
Huh.
It takes me directly to your Twitch too. I wonder if I do join broadcast while I'm streaming, will it end my stream?
Probably.
Okay, so
Let's just leave it. Saying, like I said, don't hear
okay,
anything. Just
so
use Sprint. I know, Rain. I suggest just go to Bada's stream because you hear both of us. I'll probably end mine to see if you can start a match. To be honest.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because you're already streaming. Maybe that's why it's not letting me. It's not letting my audio with it.
No, that shouldn't be the problem.
Maybe my Xbox sucks.
No, that's definitely not because it's definitely something on my end. I might have something that I can't find yet that like doesn't allow external sources, like external audio, just in case.
Maybe because my thing doesn't have that, which is weird.
Yeah. Oh no, what's this custom game? Friendly Fire on. Okay.
Oh.
I suggest everyone who's in my stream lurking and all that, just please go to Bada Bear Gaming stream, saying there you can hear me and him at the same time just playing. Sorry, I don't know how to fix this, to be honest with you. I don't really know what the problem is. But, after this game, we probably end my stream and continue playing on Bada Bears.
Public service announcement. The roost fries and Jack in the Box right now suck ass.
I've been to Jack in the Box, so thanks for the advice.
I didn't feel like fucking driving up to Taco Bell tonight after I got off.
Are you here on the game?
I'm at a loading screen. Capture and hold the flags.
Oh, there you go. Okay. We're going to set this private because I don't really have any others with me. Okay.
Duck Gaming is in Squad F.
Alright.
Look at
What do we
Duck
got?
Squad. They have all the bears there.
I know. Okay, good. They have
Wait, are we playing with
full settings.
We're playing with other players, like or are these all bots?
No, these are real people.
Huh? I never tried customs before.
It's technically a custom, but it's actually a Duck's official custom. It's kind of weird to
Okay,
announce.
okay. I never tried this before, so.
I just got run over, I think.
Okay. All right. So, anyone who's jumping into my stream, keep in mind I haven't played this game in a long time, so I'm a little bit rusty.
That's all good.
All right. Sweet. Okay.
Oh.
Deploy.
I forgot friendly fire was enabled. I might be kicked.
Oh, dude. Fuck. I'm fucking. Wait. It's enabled.
Yeah, that's the custom part on this game. Friendly fire is enabled.
You should have told me blasted someone with a rocket gun. Oh, I died.
Same here. I saw someone shoot at me. I thought it was my teammate coming back for revenge, but then it was like, oh wait, that's an enemy. I'm going towards E.
Alright, I might be getting some bit rate lag on my end, so
That's alright.
yeah, I'm getting made. Spartan, come back.
Oh, I died.
Nope. I can't run, so
No. Okay, maybe Battlefield's not the game to do. Hey, what's up,
it's
Vinny?
not the cold. It's definitely not the game.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay,
Vinny.
yeah, I can tell you're barely moving. Oh, Jesus.
Oh shit.
Do you back out?
Hi, Vinny. Hi, Rain. Oh no, you can keep playing. Like I'll just be here for commentary and stuff, like for more support.
Alright.
Alright, guys. So thank you for coming to my
We'll do
stream
this.
tonight. I have a special guest on here. His name is Spartan.
Hey, what's up?
R728.
Oh, Jesus, I almost blasted my teammate again.
So it's basically going to be an interview about Spartan tonight. I'm going to be interviewing. I'm going to be doing some questions. You know, kind of like Vinny Sass dating, except like there's no one here to date him.
Unless... Nah, just kidding. Yeah. I do not like how friendly fire is enabled. This feels weird.
Dude, I'm freaking having a blast with friendly fire. I just killed a teammate.
What's worse is that they don't have the, what do you call it? Gamer tag above their head, so it's like, oh, okay, am I looking at the wrong person? They're dead.
Well, like I'm having packet loss, so like I'm just going back and forth glitching. So I'm having fun just shooting.
Yeah, huh?
All right, so everyone, shout out to Spartan. I don't have Streamlabs set up on my end, so I don't have lurk settings set, location settings going.
Just get shot at.
But you know, I got who got me? Oh, never mind. He's an enemy. Like he just straight up got behind me and executed me. But anyway, Spartan's one of the mods from the IMMC community. He is the newly promoted mod. He's one of the most loyal viewers on her stream.
The friendly. Why are there so many friendlies here? Where the heck is everyone else?
He's your friendly neighborhood Spartan.
Indeed.
Oh, that's an enemy. Alright, Spartan, just a little background for the viewers and stuff, you know? Just to like, what are your favorite games to play?
Let's see, I'm mostly first-person shooter games. I play Halo, hence the Spartan name. COD, I've been playing since... Let's see here, my Modern Warfare 3. Battlefield, I play here and there. Like I said, just mostly a mix around first-person shooters. Recently, I got into story games like Nier Automata, and what else? Assassin's Creed. And to be honest, I just like to hang out with people and just do gaming.
That's great. That's the way how like I used to play Xbox. Now like I play like mainly solo by myself or people I've known for a long time.
Yeah. Like say I am a bagel though, so let's just confirm that.
No, I guarantee you, like, there's maybe someone in my in chat that wants to know: do you prefer cream cheese on your bagel, or do you prefer your bagel plain or with peanut butter? Tell her.
Cream cheese, actually.
Oh fuck!
Actually never
That's what I get
had-
for blasting out.
I actually never had Nutella on a bagel.
It's actually not that bad. But you gotta
think about it. It
make sure
actually does sound pretty good.
You gotta make sure though you toast your bagel, because if you eat it plain, like just not toasted,
Yeah,
you're
we're not in
wrong.
the East Coast. We toast our bagels here. No offense to anyone in the East Coast, but sorry, that's just not right.
I'm probably gonna post right now on Twitter that I'm live and I'm just doing a special stream.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I want to end
change up from
stream
my
because even I'm struggling on my internet side.
yeah. But you're not struggling as bad as me. That's for damn sure.
True, but I'm about to
But
be.
it doesn't
I
help
can
that
glitch
I'm
through
like
walls.
It doesn't help though that I'm trying to update House Flipper.
Oh yeah, yeah. I knew that from the start. Never update a game while playing a game. That's just dead internet. How's your night, Vada? I know you had a rough day at work today.
Oh, dude, I was supposed to have a visit from the regional RVP tonight, and he said that he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drop into your guys' store specifically, like to make sure there's improvements." And he wasn't in, and it was bullshit because we're expecting him all day. So he's probably gonna drop in tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to that because I'm basically running the store tomorrow.
Oh man, sounds rough.
Oh yeah, it was fucking brutal. But you know, I have the store looking in 100% shape. It was just waiting for this damn truck. Like we literally got a call at 3:10 saying like, "Hey, you're expecting an hour delay at 6:30. It's gonna show up." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I get a call at 6:50 saying like, "Hey, I'm your driver. I just literally just got to your guys' DC area. Like, yeah, I'm here to help out. I just got it. I just flew in from Colorado. I'm gonna be there at your store in about an hour and a half."
Dang.
We have lost objective butter.
Yeah, it was very late at this
But
time, right?
oh yeah, this I felt bad for this truck too because like the driver, I was trying to help him out. He had a partner helping him, so it was really giving him pointers like what to expect. Like it was a fast offload. Like they got there, dropped the thing. We offloaded in about 20 minutes. Signed the thing. They were gone at 9:10. I called, but they had like 2 more stores to go to. So I had to call up those stores. But like I straight up told them like get a hold of your store manager, have him text the district leader, and inform him like, hey, this is a situation going on right now. Like we need to stay late to get this shit broken down and spotted out. But yeah, next, did you see the E3 announcements tonight?
Which one? The Nintendo ones?
No, the Halo one that dropped tonight.
Oh, of course. You know, if anything Halo news, I'm on it like butter.
Like that was that just like from what I've seen so far in the trailer, it looks like it's going back to the old school Halo 3, Halo 2 style.
Yeah, it does seem like just a lot more movement enhancements.
It's actually a lot better. It's basically gonna be like what it seems like so far. It's gonna be Halo 2, Halo 3 with with updated graphics from Halo 5, but without all the bullshit like Halo 5 had on the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like none of those special powers. What's cool about it though, because like remember in 3 and 2, when you find the invisibility on the shield, like
Yeah.
the overshield, it equips it right away. On this one, you get from what I've seen so far. My buddy was explaining to me at work. He's also a big gamer. It's just like as soon as you get the do it right away, you can hold on to it and you can drop it later or choose when you want to use it.
Oh, okay. So it's like one of those like we call it. No, I don't want to call it clickable, but it's like kind of like in your access where an availability for it.
Yeah, which that to me is actually like, oh my gosh. There are times when I wanted to use it. I wanted to save my invisibility. On Halo 3, I loved Elite. Like I just loved the way how the fucking Elite looked like a dinosaur.
Yeah. From MCC, there's a special mode called Dino Hunters, and you're essentially just elites on elites with jetpacks and concussion rifles.
I'm probably gonna pause my update. On
Yeah, sounds good.
maybe that might help me on this game. Nope. I'm still having major packet loss. So if you guys are watching my stream right now, I apologize for this. But I'm basically gonna be continuing to interview Spartan.
So far I've killed a tank, about 40 people, and I have no idea what's going on.
So far, I've gotten stabbed. I've gotten shot in the head. I got
Oh
executed with a
yeah.
pistol, and I got beat to death with a nail bat. So, I'm glad you're doing a lot better than me.
Yes. I don't know who shot you in the head with a pistol. That's weird.
It was just an asshole. He's already killed me like 4 times.
Why's there? Oh, it's a table.
It won't even let me switch to dynamite.
Ow! Where'd I get hit from?
It won't let me switch to dynamite.
That's strange. Wonder why it's lagging so badly.
Oh, it's because my Wi-Fi over here, one of my areas sucks ass. Like, I have AT&T Wi-Fi, so AT&T sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch it to Spectrum because Spectrum actually has a lot better.
We have lost objective Duff.
I can't even aim down the sights.
Yeesh. I'd say
So,
we probably got. I don't know if that was the enemy. We probably got like another 5 minutes left in this match.
We have lost
Yeah.
objective Alpha.
But anyway, back to my little interview.
I just shot my own teammate.
Chat, if you have any questions you want me to ask Spartan, go ahead and lay them down.
We have taken objective Edward.
Nothing
But,
bagel related. That's confidential.
Yeah, besides Halo, COD, and shooter games, is there any other games you play? Like any sandbox games, platformers, puzzle games?
Yes, for platformers, I play this one franchise called Shantae. I don't know if you heard of it. It's kind of like a
Is that the one where you're the
genie.
Yeah, you're like that genie with the weird purple hair.
Objective Charlie.
Yes, exactly. I played the Pirate Cursed and trying to get the rest of the games on Nintendo Switch because they have a nice bundle for like 3 games in one.
Okay.
Let's see what else. I've played Mortal Kombat.
I know you're
terrible
yeah,
at that.
I know you're big. I know you got hooked on DBD, and you've been doing like, a lot of collabs with Solus, Asta, and Rain.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not really great at it. I'm decent. Rain would say otherwise, even though don't believe her. I didn't say that. Tonight I was playing with the new killer that just came out for the Resident Evil crossover, Nemesis.
Oh, speaking of that, Mr. Santos was streaming that earlier today.
We are losing objective.
Yes, I was in a stream earlier, and we were just chatting how he thought about Nemesis as well. He thought it was pretty good. He's doing a lot better with that character than me.
I know he's trying to play as Chris Redfield, and he had to buy Chris Redfield separately.
Yeah, so you have to
I
buy
cannot-
Leon Kennedy, but then you have to buy the skin for him to actually transfer over to Chris Redfield.
That's so stupid.
It is, but it's a good marketing strategy.
We have lost objective.
It's a greedy cash grab right there. I was
Oh,
telling
it
Mr.
is.
Santos I miss the old days where it's just like you had to do like all these insane unlock challenges just to unlock the skin.
Yeah. Honestly, that's why I love playing Halo, we call it Master Chief Collection, because nothing on there is that you have to pay for. Everything you have to earn. And
I know that's how
every,
Halo 3
go ahead.
Halo 3 was.
Yeah.
Like you had to I know the Hayabusa to get the sword you had to do like beat it all legendary and get the skulls.
Yeah. And Recon. I was remember that in the Recon challenge.
Yeah, I remember the Recon challenge, and then I think they only allowed the flaming Recon helmet for only Bungie employees at the time.
Yeah. That's what the whole meme was about. It's like whenever you meet a Bungie employee, it's like, give me Recon, give me Recon.
Yeah, my buddy we ran into a couple of those people that claimed they were from Bungie employees. So we're
Oh,
like,
wow.
okay, so you're
We control.
like get us Recon, bro.
Speaking of Hayabusa, There is a new armor coming to Halo Infinite, and it's like kind of representing the new Hayabusa armor. It looks like a total samurai. Oh, I almost shot my teammate again. And I'm pretty sure A, it's going to be a pre-order thing, or it's going to be something like Recon, where you have to, what you call it, work you towards this armor. Really, you're camping in
It
a
might
trench right there?
it might be like how Recon was.
That's what I'm thinking, but it looks so clean. I am willing to just work for days, hours, and nights to get it.
I wish I had that drive, so I can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Let me tell you, this is a little, what do you call it? A little personal thing. So, in my gamer tag, I'm Spartan R728. The R in the, we call it name, actually means Ronin. And Ronin is obviously the person who loses a, what we call it, samurai master, and is on their own as they continue their journey. And
Yeah.
I had a whole lore behind my character. I have it in my head. I didn't write it out yet. But essentially, I tried to find that one armor that really fit me well. And now it seems like Halo Infinite has provided that exact armor. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm stop everything. I'm going for this no matter what.
You saw that? You saw my squad? My squad was number one. It had all the bears in it.
Yeah, Bear Squad. Okay, let's quit out of this because I'm pretty sure you can't play right now, and that's not fair.
Oh, don't worry about it. I was actually having a blast just sitting in that storage shed. I was just in the corner camping like a bitch.
Give me like a few minutes. I'm going to end my stream. I'm going to mute myself. Or I'm just going to take my audio out real quick.
Alright, no problem.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining my stream. Thank you to Rain. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you, Red. Obviously, thank you, Vladimir. Thank you, Squirrel. Bladen. Thank you for being here. Saying great advice and everything. Fun chatting with everyone. Shout out to Vladimir Gaming. He's live right now, and I'm going to be continuing on there. As you guys can hear me, I'll probably play some more games, and I will do that there with me. I will try to be on Wednesday, maybe Friday. Maybe playing some DVD. But thank you, and catch you guys later. I'm back.
Alright, you're back on here?
Yep. Stream should hear me,
Alright,
and you're good to go.
Alright, I'm on a black screen right now, so.
Yeah, let me actually go back to the battlefield. What's going on here? I am also on a black screen.
Alright, I made it back to the main menu finally.
There we go.
I'm probably a terrible interviewer because I'm eating my dinner at the same time as I'm doing this, conducting his first ever podcast style interview.
All good.
But besides the games, on a side note, any sports you enjoy, Spartan? Like, as I probe the brain of the mysterious Spartan Ronin.
Yeah. Are we talking, like, physically play, watch, season? Like, how are we talking sports-wise?
Any you like to watch, any you like to play, just generic.
Okay, obviously football. I'm a Chargers fan, San Diego or LA Chargers. Almost messed up there. I've been so used to San Diego forever, so LA is different. Soccer. I'm a big English Premier League fan. Go Liverpool. Let's see what else. F1 racing. I love watching those racing. Let's see. Olympics. Love to watch when we call it the World Cup is on, women's or men's. Just like watching the World Cup, the Olympics. I like to see the summer or winters. I've been getting into for the past couple of years. I've been watching the World's Strongest Man tournaments. They've been pretty good. What else? I do personally archery. And that's about it. That's about it for me about sports.
All right. Speaking of World's Strongest Man, they're actually doing the event. The event starts, I think, tomorrow or Thursday,
Oh, really? Okay,
and
okay.
it's going to be here in Sacramento.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, Brian just uploaded. Brian and I follow Brian Shaw, Martin Lisi's on YouTube, and Eddie Hall,
Oh yeah.
and Big Obi, Robert Oberis, and right now
Yeah.
they're all in Sacramento. Like I think Brian's video today, it was freaking hilarious. So he starts out the video with Eddie Hall, and he goes, "Eddie, how like you need to get out of my room. Like I appreciate you visiting, but it's already been 2 minutes here. You need to get out." And then he even said it. He goes like, "This year I made sure not to tell Eddie what my room was, and he found out, and now he's here. And I know what he's trying to do now. He's trying to take a shit in my bathroom." And Eddie's like, no. I'm taking a leak. I just need to take a leak, Brian. I just want to take a leak before I go work out. So he leaves the door open. Eddie's right there standing up, take a leak. He comes back. Eddie's sitting down, facing the shorts pulled down, just sitting in front of the toilet, acting like he's taking a leak, but he's taking a shit.
Of course.
And I'm just like, oh my god. But yeah, World's Strongest Man's this weekend, and I'm actually rooting for Brian Shaw getting his 5th title.
Yeah. But do you
He's
think
like-
he can actually win it this time? There has been some
He's
estimation.
He's just by his training with Operis, I haven't seen Brian move that fast since his first 2 victories back in 2011. Like he's really, his strength's still there, and he's slimmed down, and he's trained. He's not filming for like History's Strongest Man. He's not injured. He doesn't have all the injuries. He's like, he looks ready, and he's hungry.
Like he's back in his prime. Like this is like the perfect moment to actually get this title right now.
Yeah, like last year, everyone was saying that this is your year to do it, and then Novikov came out of nowhere.
True.
But when you look at it, when you looked how it went, like that deadlift that Novikov set, like everyone else was shorter than Brian. Like that deadlift favors all the shorter people, so they don't have to lift so high. Brian still had to do an actual deadlift to get that weight up to lock it out. And then this year, like I think Brian's biggest competition is probably going to be it's going to be Tom Stoltman for sure.
Yeah.
I know Martins is ready. Last year he took it out because of surgery, and then Kiliaskovsky I think is going to be there too this year. Last year he was absent because of surgery as well. And then it's going to be Novikov as the other competition he has to worry about.
True, because what do you call it? Hasn't he been in the competition for like a long time?
I think he finally showed up about maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, I think I'm thinking of someone
yeah.
else then.
Aloha Civic. The one
Hey,
who's
what's
been
up,
in it for
Civic?
a long time. The one who's been in it for the longest time is probably Mark Felix. And I know there's a lot of scandal behind World's Strongest Man. Like they don't really drug test heavily like they do, like they should. Because I think Mark Felix is like, he's 50 I think he's like 54, 55, and he's still hanging with all these young guys. And he's in a phenomenal shape for a guy that age. But like, there's a lot of controversy. Like Thor admitted he takes steroids, but he doesn't take them. He doesn't take them before the competition.
Oh, okay.
And like, I think even Oberus, when he was on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, he hinted about steroid use in World's Strongest Man competition. But they don't drug test heavily like they should. Then I think supposedly Eddie says that Eddie supposedly says he never took steroids, but that the reason why he was able to grow his muscles mass so much is because of the Hercules gene. But there's a lot of people calling bullshit on a lot of them. Like they were even accusing Brian Shaw of taking steroids at one point.
I can't see him doing that. He's too much of like a, what do you call it? He's too... How do I say
He's like
this?
He's like one of the most well respected.
Yeah.
He's done like a lot of science into everything. Like
We have taken
Uh, he's done like a lot of that, and then he's also like
It's too honorable to say that, like, or even think about doing. He thinks he probably. It's obviously because for it, he wants a just to happen and build his strength worked up. So,
yeah, and plus the dude's 6'9",
oh,
fucking
I know,
monster. Do you
dude.
see his fucking shirts in his hands?
He is massive. Like he.
But-
It's,
Lost objective.
Where he went through and he ate everything on him before these items.
didn't see that. Ah, that sounds like a great video.
Dude, he was just even he record. I do have an industrial sized toilet fits,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
but like everything he's like he was grading the food. He's like, all right, this is great. This one's obviously not. This one's terrible. Don't mind me. I'm just camping
Alright.
out here in the interview.
I know.
But my sports wise, I ran track in high school. Karate
Nice.
for about 10 years. I was in Olympic style wrestling. Sophomore year, towards my fell out of karate, I got really burnt. Stopped doing it for like a couple of years, and then I got interest in martial arts when I was in college. In my third year of college, then I was at the time I got into a lot of weightlifting, and then I started training a little bit. I started like studying, watching videos, studying on like how they do their jiu-jitsu submissions and takedowns and stuff, and I adapted that into my own like ground game style. I've tried tennis before. I'm not good at it. I like badminton a lot better. I'm terrible at ping pong, so don't quit. Don't try to challenge me at that. Dodgeball is fun. I don't have the best throw or aim. I did play basketball in middle school as well, but I'm a very good attacker. Kind of okay at defense, but when it comes to shooting the ball, I'm not the greatest. Like, in fact, I'm terrible at free throws. I'm terrible at trying to do layups, but I'm good at getting the ball across the court. In track, I did do distance running, but I was a pretty good sprinter, even though the coaches didn't believe me. I wasn't a thrower, so I didn't have the muscle mass for that at the time, or the body mass for it. I did do long jump in high school. Sports I enjoy watching. I do enjoy watching kickboxing and MMA. I hate watching regular boxing. It's just the sport has gone down so much in the last few years. It's not worth me watching anymore. Like
Yeah,
I know it
understand
still
that.
brings in numbers and stuff, but it's like it's not the same like how it was in the 90s and early 2000s. Like that era of boxing was the best in my opinion. Then,
Going back out of that match.
Okay. Then
I just don't think
sports-
Battlefield's working for us.
Other sports I enjoy watching, like I'm a Niners fan.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a Niners fan. The Cowboys have grown on me, but that's because of other reasons. I don't root for the Cowboys, but I will tolerate them. I'm not really much of a fan of soccer. Like when I was living with my roommate, he was a big soccer fan, so I have watched games. I did wake up one year for the World Cup, the most recent World Cup. I woke up early enough at 6 a.m. to watch the Mexico versus Germany game.
I remember
Watched
that
it at a
game.
bar. Oh, dude, the bar I went to for that game, the whole bar is full of Mexico fans, and this one couple showed up, and they were a Germany fan.
Oh, that is the
Everyone
wrong bar
there-
you want to go to.
Everyone there, this is like at 5 or 6 in the morning, so we were on the news for it. Everyone there was like, "Girl, you're brave. Like, you got spunk. You're brave." She was rocking her Germany jersey, and she goes, "I don't care. I like this place. My husband's a Mexico fan. I'm here to root for my team."
I mean, fair
Thank God.
enough.
Thank God Germany lost. Like, oh my gosh, the whole thing went crazy when when Mexico won. I still had to go to
yeah.
work that day too. I still had to go to work at like 1:30 that day, so I'm lucky the game ended at 10:30. Other sports I enjoy watching, I will watch the Olympics. Like, I enjoy watching a lot of the Olympic events. I'm into extreme sports as well, so I will watch like the X Games when it comes on.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Um,
really get into those ones to be honest with you.
it's it just depends what event it is. If it's the big ramp, I enjoy watching that one just to see like just the physics that's behind it. Like they go down this ramp traveling at like on a skateboard traveling like 60 miles an hour going down it. They gotta jump over a 20-foot gap, land on the other side, and still go down this slope and then go back up. And they like already like this ramp's about 30 feet in the air. As soon as they get to the top of it, they're going up another 20 feet trying to land a trick, and then land it down. Like most of the time when they get across and they try to land their trick, they don't land the trick. But like those who do land their tricks, like they get. I think the highest score I saw in most recent years was Bob Burnquist. He got a 92.3 for doing a Dark Side 720 or Indy 720 grab. Like, and Burnquist is someone I enjoyed watching growing up. Street League is fun to watch on there, especially I know a lot. I know there's some people that are fans of his, but I'm not a big fan of Nigel Houston. Like he's a good skater. Don't get me wrong, but he's trying to be the best there is, and it's like it's rubbed a lot of the pros the wrong way.
To be honest, I don't know who you're talking about, but they sound like we call it a controversial person to watch. Not a controversial.
He's he's not very. It's controversial in the sense that skating was about like enjoying yourself and relaxing and not being the best, but like just going with the flow and stuff. He's like the I want to equivalent of a sellout in the skating world.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Then the other ones I enjoy watching on X Games is like I love watching the BMX when they're doing the BMX skate park. Just watching them do all their tricks.
Yeah.
And there's also the motocross events. Like those are probably my favorite to watch. And then in recent years they added rally kart to it. So like when it comes to watching cars racing, I love watching rally kart racing.
Oh, okay. I didn't really get into
Like-
rally cards, to be honest.
I started watching it because remember Nitro Circus? Travis Pastrana, he's a rally kart racer, as well as a motocross freestyler.
Yeah.
But when it comes to rally kart, like it's just the physics of it, like watching them being able to like drift around these corners in those compact cars. Like I think the world's greatest rally car racer is Sebastian Loeb. He's from France. Like I've seen his world record runs, and like he only competed in one X Games, and it was 2012. And it's because Travis invited him out to it, and Travis wanted to go head to head against him in the X Games in LA. Someone knocked out Travis, but Sebastian Loeb, he smoked the playing field in the X Games. Like the only person that no one came close to him, like Tanner Faust from Top Gear. He's a rally kart racer, and he's won the gold a couple times. He's never beat Sebastian Loeb, even in Europe.
Interesting.
And like the European tracks are a lot more different from the American tracks, which I think you know that. Like the tracks here in America are more controlled with the dirt and stuff. While over there, it's like you're street racing. You're racing on farmland and cliff sides, and we don't really have that many courses like that here in the U.S. I don't think.
We kind of do, but it's more like East way. But we don't have
the
anything
East
like
Coast.
we don't have
The
anything
closest
like
you get to that, yeah, like Europe's tracks or stuff. But like even in Europe, like Tanner would be like 3 or 4 places behind Sebastian Loeb. Or like you'd be behind Loeb by like a couple of minutes. And besides that, like watching extreme sports, the other thing I enjoy watching too is I will watch the World Series of Poker or like the trick shot on pool.
Oh yeah.
And then there's another sport like I started watching like that was cool to watch, especially during the pandemic. Crap. It'll come to me. It'll come to me eventually.
Uh,
The karate tournaments.
Oh,
Like I've seen a couple of them. Those are pretty cool to watch. But yeah, that's my background on sports and stuff.
I do want to ask you a
Um,
question.
What's up?
What is your opinion and conclusion about Eddie Hall and Thor Magnuson's fight later this year?
Oh, Half Door? I think it's gonna
Yeah,
sell pretty good. But when it comes to right now, I know Half Door has more sparring training than Eddie. But what I predict is they're gonna slug it out the first 3 rounds, and then they're gonna gas out after round 4.
I can easily see that happening.
Like Thor, the only thing Thor has over Eddie right now is that he's fucking tall. It's
Yeah.
Eddie's 6'3" and Half Door's 6'9". But Eddie has the power. I know Eddie has the power. Like they both have fucking power punches. They're both throwing bombs. But I think recently in videos when they showed Half Door sparring, I think he did get rocked a couple times by one of his, or he got knocked out one of his sparring sessions. I could be wrong, but I do know that Half Door's like he's rubbed a lot of people on in the World's Strongest Man area like kind of the wrong way.
Yeah, that's why Eddie kind of directly challenged him, was because he just didn't like how he changed the game of the World's Strongest Man. He kind of had influence.
Yeah. Well, it's not only that too. It's like for the Eddie's win, Half Door was saying that they strategically, Colin Bryce strategically set up the World's Strongest Man events that year in favor of Eddie. And then he claimed that that they allowed Eddie to win on the Viking press when they didn't. They denied Half Door that one rep. But then a lot of other competitors too even said it. They're like, you know, Half Door was saying that he could have won based on the Viking press, but how come he didn't beat Eddie at these events over here? And then they're also saying that there was a lot more static events in that year of the world at Worlds. But how does he feel about butts? That's what Icky wants to know. Well, I do like butts.
I'm kind
Hello,
of
random.
iffy on it. I'm not really into much about it.
But I do know that
I'm like that one odd one out.
that boxing match definitely is gonna it's gonna sell. I just don't know who they're gonna have on the undercard.
It's true. It's going to be a really interesting undercard.
And I think it's gonna be about 8 rounds. I just hope that after this event, this boxing match, I'm hoping that Eddie comes out of retirement for one more World's Strongest Man event.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because I think Eddie on his YouTube video when he announced that he was gonna sign the fight, he was saying that he's like, I'm a man of my word. He did do the lift, even though like in his Thor's world record deadlift calls into question because it wasn't in competition. And I like what Big Z said about it, because Big Z said it on his own YouTube video about it. He goes, if you're gonna count your own lifts at your own gym, then I would have more world records than anyone here.
Yeah.
But also Eddie called out Thor, like how they edited the video for the controversy around the Viking press. Like they showed it to where like they made Thor look like a little bitch, which he kind of is in a way.
Yeah, because I saw that and it was like, really, man? Come on, seriously, you're a grown man and you should just accept your loss and not complain about it.
Yeah. Yeah, like he basically claimed that Eddie cheated that year at World's Strongest Man too, the year that Eddie won.
Yeah.
Icky, we're talking about the controversy around the World's Strongest Man 2017 and the boxing match coming up between Eddie Hall and the Mountain from Game of Thrones, Half Thor Bjornsson. And I'm also doing like a kind of interview style with Spartan. So if you have any questions you want me to ask Spartan, go ahead and feel free to ask.
Also, what's up, Icky? What's up, in person 3000? How you guys doing? Also Civic. Hope everyone's going well. What else I doing?
Other than that, the boxing match, like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more entertaining than the Logan Paul Mayweather boxing match. Like, that was absolute shit.
Oh, I didn't
I'm
watch
streaming.
it.
Hey, what's up, German? No, I got off of work at 11 tonight because truck was late. But I don't go into they have me scheduled on 1:30s again, so that's why I'm basically up this late. I should be asking you, why aren't you sleeping, German? All right. Civic wants to know. This one's towards you, Spartan. What is your main goal for this year? Like streaming wise.
Streaming.
I think streaming and content creation wise.
Well, let's see here. We're halfway in the year right now.
Like, I know you're new to streaming. Like, you started doing
Yeah.
this recently, like a few weeks ago, and you're still pretty shy about it. That you're not really advertising yourself out there.
To be honest, I with streaming, I just see it as me kind of just showing off my skills on video games. I don't really like. I like because when I showed it to my family and my parents, they're like, "Oh, wow, you're really good at this. You should like show it off." And of course, I was very shy about that because I never really saw it like that. So I decided to give it a try, and that's what I've been doing for the past. I think it's actually been a full month now of when I started streaming and streamed consistently. Eventually, for one of my goals this year is to consistently start streaming, maybe like every 3 days, a week, or even like a week per other week, something like that. Besides that goal, try to maybe find ways to increase my YouTube because I really just do compilations on there of my previous game clips. But I'm not trying to go too heavy on it because I'm afraid that I would burn out way too easily. Because I have a tendency to do that. I get into a task that I do like heavily. Next thing I know, I burnt out the next 2, maybe 3 months later.
Okay. I know that streaming has kind of helped me on my YouTube too, because it's been my YouTube channel's been inactive ever since Xbox One removed the Upload Studio app.
Yeah. Saying
Like,
it's weird.
that's how I was able to do all of my compilations on YouTube. But right now on Twitch, like, because my Twitch settings allows me to save my broadcasts. I've been able to upload all of my stream broadcasts to YouTube, so it's been kind of reactivated my channel a little bit. Even though I'm not adding tags to it or anything like I should be, I'm just uploading the date stuff for, just for future storage. Like the other day, someone told me that subscribed to me at work was like, "You uploaded 16 hours of footage. How?" But, that's like my kind of helpful way is like just upload as soon as you're done with the stream, just upload it straight to YouTube so you have a storage of it, and then maybe you might be able to just get your video, export your video from YouTube to your own wherever you edited it at, and just edit a compilation from there.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably going to do with some of my Dead by Daylight streams because they have pretty good games on it. I'll lose it because we won't stream for 2 weeks. I've bought it forever. And I feel bad.
Unless you upgrade your thing to Prime.
Yeah, affiliate that makes it last just a bit longer. That's a goal that too like heavy on going. Like I said, I appreciate every follow that everyone has followed for me for that, but I don't like. I'm not my main focus for affiliate. I'm just like I said, just casually, just having fun, chill out. But I will help out anyone who's streaming the affiliate as quick as they can because I know they deserve it. AKA Austin Strider.
Oh, how to pronounce your Twitch handle? I know on my end, like, shout out Austin, I shout out Solo.
Yeah. Oh no.
Like I know on I know that for me, I started out as YouTube, but if you don't constantly upload and gain your full, it's so much harder on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's really difficult.
And like same time, like what burnt me out on doing YouTube when it was up, it was just a task of having to like for like a couple of hours or so just to get like a good video or so, and even then, the quality of content you get isn't great.
Yeah, that's the problem with YouTube is like fine tune it, and eventually when you fine tune, not really that much when you think about it. Like a 3-hour session could turn just in minutes because it just might not be appealing to everyone else.
We came from all over the world. So many of us thinking this world would be our
And then, besides YouTube and enjoying it, when do you think you're gonna reach affiliate?
Probably not till next year, to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm not trying to make it a main priority. I'm just trying to what do you call it? Stream, try to get a hang of it, and try to understand how whole internet works because I'm still everything still.
Yeah, same. Like I know when I got into streaming recently months ago, I didn't start doing it until after I started a community.
Yeah. Yeah. And she said, just go for it. Like, all right, I'll just go for it. Why not? Goes.
I know that just going for it, like I'm very thankful for being part of M's community because the raids helped me reach affiliate. Did.
Yeah. And I'll tell someone that's on stream. I probably won't mention it again. So, end of my life is that I am a college student. I'm a third-year community college student who's making their way to a full Cal Poly. And currently, right now, I'm on spring semester break. And going right now, I might go back to fall semester, which is kind of why I haven't pushed for affiliate, because I probably be focusing on school later on this year than actual like internet. So that's why I don't really self promo, because I'll feel bad that people will be following me for content and I'll be just brand new and saying, "Oh, sorry, I'm not going to be streaming anymore because I'm doing school."
Yeah, I know that much. Like I know that I think Rain says she's gonna start working again soon.
Yes, I did see that. I was a little bit sad when she said that because I know she's trying really hard so she doesn't have to go back to work, so she can have, what do you call it? So she can make
Focus
this her
on content
primary.
creation.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of like the other side of my life right now, is just because remember when we call it, Em always says shout out for me and I always say no. It's because of that reason. It's like I don't know if I can keep going like on this content creation road too much longer.
Oh yeah, I get you. Like I know on my
Yeah.
end when I'm only able to stream certain types of games because that's what my Xbox can handle right now. Like I really want to try. I really want to get a laptop and like try to stream off with a cap that already has a capture card.
Yeah.
I would love to. Like I would love to stream a couple of like Rocksmith. I need to like Rocksmith. I try to stream direct on Xbox, and as soon as I get to start a song, it cuts out. But like, sorry, DMCA protections that we have on your Twitch app on Xbox won't allow you to play this song, even though this game is there's other people in this game.
Yeah, it's weird how DMCA works.
Like I know that Rain worked pretty hard right now, and she got affiliated a month ago, and I got mine at the end of the month.
Yeah.
But you know, like I get it. I know why she's going back, cause she was on she was on maternity leave.
Yeah. Like I said, when you're first starting off Twitch, like you don't get big paid like you did back in the day. And since so many people
Yeah.
have made this into their job, they had to cut back on funds, even though they're a aberration.
Yeah. Like I know one of the games I know that if I would have taken Twitch years ago, like when it first started out, I'm pretty sure we'd be making great money on here.
Oh yeah. Because one thing my parents said when I first was doing good on Xbox, Halo, and stuff, they're like, "Hey, they like try to tell me, they're like, hey, you should try to look into YouTube and actually do it, and like try to be one of these social media stars." Because I know they had really good hope in me trying to really work with it. And to be honest, I didn't really believe in myself that much, so I didn't really pursue it. But I feel like if I pursued it back then, I think I would have done decently and been been able to help out with my parents' finances and a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah, I know. But even back then, just to drive to do it, it was just rough because there's a lot of unknowns on it.
Yeah, that is a big thing too.
And like I know, like a lot of the streamers that are big now, like they took risks and like they didn't just stream on Twitch; they had YouTube on the side.
Yeah, they did like content houses. They streamed with other people. They went into, like you said, that unknown, and they paid off with it. Sometimes it
Like I know
wasn't just them.
I know one of the big streaming one of the big YouTubers I would follow. I don't know if you're familiar with Neebs Gaming.
No.
They were like the premier Battlefield streamers back in the day, or Battlefield YouTubers.
No, I didn't get to Battlefield till a lot later. I probably would have not known them.
Oh man, I can't believe Icky redeemed this. Chupapi Muñeño.
Gotta hit that chupapi menino just right.
Chupapi Muñeño.
I said it once, I'm not saying it again.
But yeah, I know when those guys were doing it, a lot of them will have established their careers in the film industry. Like I know that Doralius and Neebs were and Thick were actors, and then Aspro was big on was one of the big premier sound guys who held like the boom mics and stuff. I think Thick said he was working for Verizon at the time, and he also had a small role in this show. You're probably young to it, but a lot of I'm kind of old. I think Icky might remember this. A Civic remember it, but One Tree Hill. Some of them had small parts on One Tree Hill, and then Simon, one of the guys part of the group. He still does contracting from time to time, but he was a contractor and he also built some of the sets. But I remember he was saying that in one of his stories is that he was at this party one night and one of the guys who was part of the casting for One Tree Hill told everyone like, "Hey, come over here tomorrow, and I can cast you for the scene." Turns out that guy got fired that next day, and I think Neebs was there too, and like they were saying like, "Well, who invited you to the casting again?" And they like a lot of them were on thin ice. Like a lot of people that got invited got terminated that day and didn't get paid for showing up. But those guys got lucky and like were allowed to be in certain shows, certain episodes of it.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, that was like one of their things on one of their style podcasts they've done. Then I know that a lot of people that do IRL streams, there's a lot of risks to doing IRL because there's so much that people could do nowadays, like for doxing and stuff.
Oh yeah, I never ever plan to do IRL streams. You can't literally pay me to do that.
If I ever do an IRL stream, it probably just me. Did buy a tripod setup. I bought it at Achilles the other day at one of the outlets. You know, it
Yeah.
was like $12. The only reason why I bought that thing was just that way I could set up, I could record another YouTube cover on my phone.
Nice.
But if I was to do anything like that, I'd probably bust a Mr. Santos route and wear a mask. But besides the E3 event, that E3 released that launched a bunch of the games that came out. Any other games you're looking forward to this year?
Yes, actually, a big game, Dying Light 2. So, backstory with Dying Light. Me and my brother, we play games a lot, but he likes to go with the story games because sometimes he doesn't have time to play multiplayer and get used to it because he's 10 years older than me. So he has like really a job and really a life that he has to really live because he has to make that money. By the way, he lives in Texas, so we don't really see him too often, but that's that. We a lot because we've always been gamers at heart. So one day he said, "Hey, there's this game I played a long time with one of his buddies, and he really wanted me to try it out. And it was Dying Light." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I've watched a few guides on it. And I saw how it was." And the next day he okay, probably this year, and I just saw quite recently, like I think 2 weeks ago, that you can pre-order Dying Light 2 and now, and it'll come out, I believe, December. And that's one of the big games I'm looking forward to because I want to see how the world progressed from Dying Light.
Yeah, but besides Dying Light 2, are you looking into maybe getting a Nintendo Switch?
I have a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, you do?
I play.
Fuck.
I play. Well, Pokemon Sword. Were you there that time where my real name got exposed because I joined a Pokemon match with M and everyone menu because they thought it was a rando, actually me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, like, when I was still new to M's channel, I wasn't really into the whole Pokemon Sword and Shield streams.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about getting a Switch Lite. Like, I know I would like a Switch Lite, but at the same time, like, uh, like, I know those you can't really stream off of.
True, you do have to get a capture card. I was talking to Asta about this because she streams a lot of her games off of the stream, or what do you call it, the Switch as well.
Like, I know capture card, and like, I don't have a PC set up for that either.
Yeah, me neither, to be honest. So I was like, oh well, I guess I'll just continue streaming on Xbox.
Yeah. Like the E3 event, I know that Nintendo had some good games. Xbox was the star of the E3 release.
Yeah.
And because I know a lot of people when the whole when this whole generation of consoles came out, a lot of people jumped to Sony because it was more affordable, and Xbox didn't really have any exclusives yet. But because they're impatient of getting a PS5, now like a bunch of them want to jump back to Series X because what was released on shown on E3. Like
Yep,
there's a
it was
lot of
good
Xbox
marketing.
exclusives, and I knew that was like what's gonna happen.
I bet you one thing
'Cause
that's going to make Sony come back, it will probably be that, what do you call it? God of War sequel. What do you call it? God of War Ragnarok, I believe?
Yeah, that one looks really good.
Yeah. What else? PlayStation had some pretty good games in the past couple of years, but I don't know if they're going to be like a big another franchise like coming out anytime soon. Because like I said, Xbox had some really good we call it releases this year.
Oh, the releases are fantastic. They had.
I'm still so hyped for Halo Infinite. Like you have no idea. Like as soon as that game is available for pre-order, I'm getting the probably the best version of it. As soon as it releases, I'm there at midnight playing the campaign for at least 3 to 4 hours, jumping to multiplayer for another 3 to 4 hours. And waking up, it'll probably be 6 a.m. by then, but I don't care. I have waited for this game for 4 to 5 years now.
Oh yeah,
Unless something
it's
comes up, then I actually can't play it. Someone just
yeah, that
added me to
one's
the
gonna be a
friend.
great one.
Yeah.
What was another game that they announced at E3 that was a lot of people are looking for? Oh, I know God of
Wasn't
War.
there,
Like, I know that
Okay.
God of War. When as soon as they come out with that new one, like, I enjoyed watching God of War 4. Like, it was a great story. They went in a great direction, revamping the series with an older Kratos.
Yeah.
But I do know that eventually the God of War series is gonna end with Kratos dying and Loki taking over. Because I think the big boss that's gonna happen in God of War 5 is gonna be Thor.
Obviously, yeah, it has to be Thor or even Odin himself.
I think Odin will probably appear, make an appearance in that game.
Easily. Saying if they're probably going that full, what do we call it? Um, what is that? It's not mythology. What's that mythology called? Norse mythology. Then they need to include Odin. And they already talked about Freya. They talked about, what do we call it? Thor's sons. They talked about Freya's other son. What is his name? The main bad guy or antagonist?
Um,
It's something Baldur?
Baldur?
Baldur? Yeah, something like
Baldur?
that. Yeah. They already spoken about Loki. So there's only
Yeah,
like
Loki
kind
is
of,
Atreus.
yeah, only a few more, what do you call it, deities in that mythology that I have to talk about more. Do you think they're going to have another Marvel game like Spider-Man? Do you think they're bold enough to go to a different comic book hero?
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna definitely do another Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man games are downright classics. Like I don't know, I think you were still young, but when Spider-Man 2 came out with Tobey Maguire, that was like it was one of the very first open world games out there.
I've heard of that
Like the whole
game, but I
mechanics,
never saw it.
like the whole mechanics of it with the whole swinging in the city and the big map. It was like one of the first of its kind, and like it held up because it was a new mechanic that worked out pretty well. Like it had its bugs, but like the whole way how they worked out that game, it was really ahead of its time.
Yeah, I could really see how it, like, we call it, withheld that popularity. I did hear at the Nintendo E3 that a new Metroid was going to come out.
Yeah, like last time I kept up with Metroid was back in 2005 and 6, or 2004 and 2003, and that was when it was on the GameCube. And that revamp of Metroid was actually brought the series, like it revamped the series in its own way, like retelling the story origin of Samus Aran. Well, it wasn't really a retelling origin, it was more like, you know, what has Samus been up to the last couple of years, and it was updated graphics. It wasn't a 2D scroll anymore, they went more 3D.
Yeah. So currently, I'm looking at the Nintendo. Like, I'm looking on Twitter right now at the highlights for E3. Apparently, there was talk about the new Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter. To be honest, I'm not really a Smash Bros. Person, so I didn't really care about it too much.
Well, Smash Bros was great. It just sucks though is that there's like a lore behind Smash Bros. It's like the final boss. Like in the last couple of Smash Bros. Like one of the final bosses was Master Hand. It was supposed to be like basically the whole game is like a giant toy chest playing, right? It was like a giant toy chest.
Yeah.
And basically, like when you're fighting Master Hand, you're basically fighting the creator's hands, right? Like Master Hand and Creator's hand. Well, turns out in the last one that came out, the final boss was like you're fighting Master Hand and Creator's hand, and all of a sudden this big ass ball comes out, and you had to like it was erratic movements and stuff. Then as soon as the like midway through, as you survive all those movements, the thing just stopped moving around, and it just calmly lets you like attack it until its health runs out. And in a sense, it was like a symbolism for like the creator of Smash Bros. Being trapped in a loop. Like this is his creation that made him successful.
Now he can't go
Turns out,
anywhere else.
Yeah, like he's trapped in it, and it's like he's accepted his fate. Like this is my series that I got to deal with.
Yeah. That's what a lot hear about what we call with people sticking with that one road that made him so known is that now it's a double-edged sword. They can't go back to anything else because they won't have the same respect as that community they built up. They'll be like, oh hey, you want something different? That's not something that you do. Why'd you do that? And henceforth they get backlash.
Yeah, like what was it? Like the people who are actors, like they're typecasted for a specific role. Like they can't, no matter what they do, they're only known for that one role. That's kind of what happened to the actor for Sheldon, Brad Parsons.
Yeah.
And Alfonso Ribeiro, like they're permanently typecasted as what the roles that made him famous. Like Alfonso tried to go do other stuff, and he can't anymore. He can't because he's forever known as Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Brad Parsons is forever known as Sheldon.
True. So funny thing, I actually don't know Alfonso. Is that his name? Yeah, Alfonso. Right?
Yeah.
I actually
Alfonso
don't know.
Ribeiro.
I didn't know him from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I knew him from America's Home Funny Videos when he became the new host. And when I was looking at clips of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I was like, oh hey, there's that one guy on that one show that I watch, and I didn't realize people have that reverse connection. They knew him, of course, obviously from Fresh Prince, and they seen him go on to this show. And I was like, okay, so that kind of shows my generation, or just specifically me, going back and seeing these older celebrities and their original content.
Believe it or not, like Alfonso was already an accomplished actor before the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like he was known for his small stage roles and acting. He was actually an accomplished dancer too. Like he had a dancing background and he could sing. It was just that him playing that role as the goofy cousin Carlton, and he did such a good job at it. Like he's only forever known now as that character. And recently, when he was on Dancing with the Stars, he was able to kind of break that mold. But even then, like when he was like Survivor and like other shows, basically they were like, "Hey, it's Carlton Banks."
Yeah. So I actually have a question. If we're talking about Alfonso and specifically the Carlton dance, what was your original like kind of process when he tried to sue Fortnite for copying his dance, even though there's no technical copyright for dance moves?
It felt suit with like it's just using his likeness. Like I know when Rock Band first came out, or the Rock Band games came out, they're like they were like the competition for Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
No doubt, the band No Doubt originally, which is consisted of Gwen Stefani and Tony Canal and two other members. They're from California, like UC Irvine area. They sued Rock Band for using their likeness in the game without their permission. And it's like, in a way, like I get why he sued him, because he made the dance famous. Like, there's no doubt about that.
True. So,
And it was
would you
also
say
like,
that they were like kind of copying, or were they just trying to show their appreciation of that dance?
I think it's more as copying, and like, you know, like they should have given a heads up because he's the one that coined that dance in reality. Hey, Vinny. Yeah, I stream at a very low quality because that's what my Xbox would let me handle. Like, in all sense, it's just like it's like he's the one that created that dance. It's just like the people who like one of the most copyrighted songs out there that no one is aware of is "Happy Birthday."
True.
That's why when you go to restaurants, they don't really sing "Happy Birthday" because it's a they have to ask permission for it through the whole copyright laws and shit, and then they also have to pay a certain fee on it too.
Yeah.
And it sucks because like that's just, even though he didn't have that, it's still kind of like I think the studio that owns the rights of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like I think he has a stake in that studio. Like they because they didn't ask him permission. Like he actually has a right to sue him for it. You know.
True, because
Silly.
like I said, it is his dance moves. It's his, like, call it character who made
His
that kind
likeness.
of dance. Yeah.
Yeah. It's stupid, but at the same time, like I get why they do it. It's not intellectual property like how after so many years like the Disney like Walt Disney had to pay a huge when he came out with his first couple of stories, princess stories and fairy tales. He had to pay like so much money to like show them because a lot of it was stolen content already. Like I don't know if you're aware, the Lion King is based off this story. This movie is called Kimba. Kimba the.
Interesting. I did not know that. Because I did know that we call it there were the Grimm brothers who created a lot of tales that Disney kind of adapted into films. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is not original Disney stuff. This is from these brothers that they took and kind of kidified it.
Oh
And
yeah.
in those stories,
Like,
those are a lot more brutal.
Oh yeah, like the whole story with Cinderella. At one point, like the stepsisters literally cut off their limbs to like fit into the glass slipper, but they cut that part out.
Ah, yeah, obviously, because good luck with trying to get that through a kid's, what do you call it, brain, trying to say that's all right.
Like that one's actually more bloody and deadly. Like Pocahontas, the real story behind Pocahontas is also more isn't so happy fairy tale and stuff. Like I think she was shunned by her people for like selling out.
More than likely, yeah, because that kind of betrayed the tribe. I'm gonna be honest, I actually haven't seen Pocahontas.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time. Like I forgot Battlefield had a story, so I'm streaming this as I'm doing this, conducting this podcast style interview with you.
I know, I'm watching your stream, saying pretty good.
But besides that genre of music, you know, let's
Oh, okay.
probe the brain of the Mysteria known as Spartan.
Okay, so this one, I'm going to have to give a lot of context, but let me break it down. My big genres, my top three, are EDM, uh, classical, and rock. Classic rock. So
All right, now
EDM
when you
is
say classic rock, do you are you talking about like 70s, 80s, 60s with the Beatles, or like rock that was played 20 years ago?
I'm more talking about AC/DC, Metallica, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, that kind of era.
Okay, so 80s.
Yeah. So context behind all these, like all genres, EDM was really my holding down point during high school years. I just kind of like felt the beats going through every step I took, and I just kind of resonated with that, so I kind of kept it throughout. Classical, to be honest, I don't know where that came from. I think I just heard it one day and it just stuck with me. So I listened to a lot of Mozart, I listened to a lot of orchestra, I listened to a lot of piano, and there's just like three great composers I listen to. Their name are Helen Jane Long, a group called the Aviators, and another one named Jeffrey Castle. They have my favorite classical music songs that I like hearing every time they come on. Uh, and going to rock, my father listened to a lot of rock music, like I said, AC/DC, Metallica, and since like all he always has that in the truck, that built up within my memory and my musical taste over the years. And nowadays, like if an AC/DC track comes on, it's like, oh yeah, full crank that to 11, and then we just rock out with that. If I'm talk about like pop and stuff, I kind of listen to some of like modern day songs just to kind of like stay in with the times. Rap, I don't really listen to rap too much. It's just not my thing. I do like a few songs, like from. The problem is I don't really know the songs, so I don't really. There's just one line I don't know if you know it. You go over to your buddy's house, they're serving you dinner, the chicken tastes like wood, the peas are all mushy, something like that. It's like I don't know the song, but it's one of my favorite songs because I listen to it so much. Um, Besides rap, um, I listen to a lot of Nightcore songs because I think it's kind of good style to it.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
I have been listening to a few Beastie Boys songs, trying to understand that kind of what we call it, that timeline. What else is there? That's kind of about it for me. Like I said, I listen to just three main genres and just keep that on loop for a while. It's very kind of drastic genres when you think about it. You have hardcore EDM, then you go to nice classical, just orchestra and everything. Then you go back to classic hard rock. I think it's classic hard rock. I don't know the specifications.
It's I think AC/DC falls under falls under hard rock. Same with Guns N' Roses, and then Metallica is still considered metal, even though they're actually more
Yeah.
thrash metal slash speed metal.
Okay. Like I said,
I
there's
mean that's
so
what
many
they
classifications.
yeah, like Metallica's more hard rock slash speed metal.
But yeah, that's kind of my musical taste. I will tell you a funny story though. Um, let's see, where was I at? I believe I was going in to do an ultrasound because I was looking into what was causing pain with my ears. I know why now. I have TMJ. I believe it's. I don't know the specifics of it. It's something to do with the jaw, how it hinges on my cheek or my bones at a specific angle, and it causes like ringing in my ear. That's that. Um, I'm in the MRI, and the auditory doctor, I believe, asked me what kind of genre would you like to listen to while this MRI goes on, because you know those things are loud and they need to like all you to be distracted so I don't move that much. And I asked him, "Do you have any classical?" And he looked back at me and he's like, "Uh, I don't know. To be honest with you, no one really requests that, and specifically at your age, I didn't really expect that from you." And whenever someone says that, I'm like, I know, I'm just the odd one out who has this kind of musical taste. And thankfully, didn't have full classical, but he did have orchestra, which I did still like. So I listened to through that out through the MRI.
All right, all right. Like, I'll listen to classical music from time to time. I did listen to a lot of classical music in college. There is actually one anime that you should check out that really got me into classical music. It's called Nodame Cantabile.
No problem with that. That sounds familiar.
It back on the 360, they had Crackle on 360 had that anime, and that's originally what I watched. Got into a lot of classical music was because of that. So like, you know, I like listen to classical style of Mozart, Rachmaninoff, Schubert. Yeah, those are some really good ones.
Yeah.
But Nodame Cantabile is actually a pretty good one. Like, it's silly, but at the same time, it's like it focuses a lot on like on the gist of it is this dude's forced into like the piano to be in the piano major in his music school, right? And he doesn't want to be a piano major. He really wants to be as a conductor, like conduct his own orchestra. And he falls in love with this. His next door neighbor happens to be this amazing piano player. Like, she plays a unique style of piano that invokes like a playful, innocent feeling style. She turns out to be her neighbor, and like she's like the foil to him because he's serious, stern, and uptight, and she's silly, innocent, and overall like just a goofball. But her talents are actually in her piano.
Yeah, sounds like a good anime.
It's a great anime.
What is the name of it again? One more time.
I'll write it in chat right now.
Okay.
It's I've seen the first season. It's the second season. They go to Europe, and the main character, his name is Chiaki, and the female character's name is Nodame.
Uh-huh.
Well, Nodame ends up she basically changes Chiaki for the better, and at the end of the first season, he finally admits that he's in love with her. But yeah, that's if you're like classical music, that's a good anime to watch. The animation's kind of old, but it still holds up.
Sorry, I'm going to try any animation.
Yeah, my like I listen to a lot of rock music, so I'm more into the emo scene, screamo scene. I'm into like the early 2000s style of rock, the 90s style of rock. I do enjoy like 80s metal, hard rock and metal. Like,
Yeah.
all from the 80s, it's the Who's Who is Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, AC/DC, Motley Crue, AC/DC, and Aerosmith, and
Oh, I forgot about Aerosmith. How can I forget about them?
not it's fuck, Van Halen.
Oh, yes, of course, Van Halen.
And then the 90s, if we're talking about grunge style, 90s it's Pearl Jam, Metallica, Nirvana, From the reggae and ska scene, it's No Doubt, Sublime, Real Big Fish, Streetlight Manifesto, Less Than Jake, They Hold True. And then the early 2000s, it's Three Doors Down, 3 Days Grace. There's also fuck, I forgot their name. From the 90s, also it's the Goo Goo Dolls and Third Eye Blind. They're like more of a pop style. And then I'm into a lot of punk rock music too. So there's Green Day, Blink 182.
Oh yeah,
The
I think you and
Offspring,
Ring share a lot of that.
Rancid. Like I listen to a big variety of music. And then I've
Yeah.
gotten into some country. Like there's a country rap group. They're called the Lax. I could tolerate them. I could tolerate Luke Combs. I could tolerate Luke Bryan. You know, and then recently I got to listen to a lot of Christian music. So like my top Christian artists are Britt Nicole, Skillet.
Oh yeah, Skillet has some good songs.
Skillet for sure. And then there's also Colton Dixon. And then from the post-hardcore scene, it's like Pierce the Veil, Dance Gavin Dance, We Came as Romans, Of Mice and Men, Under Oath. You know, like I listen to a big variety of music.
Sounds like it.
And then
Hey, you're not naming off all genres I never heard of.
interesting enough, like it's also I've listened to like Spanish rock music, like Maná. There's this band called Panda. They're like Spanish pop rock. And then like there's others like from New Zealand. There's this band called Yours Truly. They sound like an old school style Paramore.
Yeah, I've heard of them before.
Then there's this actual Spanish emo scream band. It's called Blood Parade.
I feel like I know that name. I might have
Yeah,
heard it in
it's
high
like-
school with some of my buddies.
Like I listen to a big variety. Like I helped play for bass in a band, my buddy's band at the time. They were a Spanish reggae dub band, so like I played in that style too.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I do play bass and guitar, and like even though on my YouTube covers right now I do a little bit of vocals. Like I'm more of a backing vocalist than a lead vocals person.
Yeah, I've been noticing that.
Ah, hell. There's fog up ahead. I can't see more than 20 yards. We're pushing through.
Oh. Can't believe this thing's been going for about an hour and almost a half already.
Yeah, I probably got another half hour in me, to be honest with you. I got a busy day
no
tomorrow.
problem. Yeah, I'm supposed to have the big brass in my store tomorrow, so that sucks ass. I was really hoping they'd be in tonight or today even, but now like they're coming in tomorrow, like I already know like it's not gonna be a great day. Then I'm also peeved off because I saw my schedule for next week. I'm basically closing goal next week.
Ugh, that sucks.
It gets even better. My boss is going on a foot surgery, so I'm gonna. Even though I'm not the assistant manager, he treats me like the assistant manager because of all the shit I know how to do.
Oh.
I'm basically going to be in charge of making the schedule while he's gone. So there's that. And that's a lot of bullshit. Icky says Nodame is the best. I have to agree with him.
Well, then I'm definitely going to check it out, because if two guys I know really, recommend it, then I'm definitely going to have to check it out.
When he's gone, give yourself a raise. I would give myself a raise Civic, but... Ugh. That company's too damn greedy. Besides that... Besides music, any style movie genre you mainly gravitate towards? Like horror, action, romance, rom-coms, comedies, biographies.
It will probably have to be more action than anything. I'm a big Marvel fan, so I've seen all the Marvel films. Loved, let's see what else. I like to tend to see a good few war films. One of my favorite war films is Hacksaw Ridge. Let's see.
Okay.
What's another good film that I always like to watch? Transformers. It's always a good time to relax and just watch the graphics and how technology was back in the day. Let's see. If we talk about anime movies, I've only watched like a few, and they're probably all Dragon Ball related. Love Dragon Ball Z Broly, or no, Dragon Ball Super Broly, not Z. That Z one was a little iffy. Movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that Dragon Ball Evolution was fucking awful.
Oh yeah, to be honest, when I first saw that, I was like, this is not Dragon Ball. What is this?
Yeah, that one was terrible.
I'm trying to think. What would be like my overall one of my greatest films I've ever seen.
Me, believe it or not, I actually like watching the rom-coms, the romance movies.
I never got into that genre. That's like kind of one of the few I didn't really like, not understand, but I just didn't follow interest into it. I see one of
Like,
my greater. Oh god.
like some of the movies like I've seen that are really good. Like Crazy Rich Asians was really good, and a really good one that's recent. It came out in 2016 or 2014. It stars Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway. It's called The Intern.
Yeah,
It's
we were
not.
talking about that in
It's
chat earlier.
really, yeah. The
Yeah,
Intern's actually a really good one.
someone brought it up, and I was like, that sounds familiar. Because someone said the internship. I was like, wait, that's not kind of the film we're talking about in chat right now. Then someone brought it back and saying, no, it was the intern they meant. I was like, oh, okay, I've heard of that film. I do have to say one probably my favorite franchise is probably the Sherlock Holmes films. I just love when those shows or those what do you call it, films come on with Robert Downey Jr. I probably could watch those over and over no matter what.
I've actually tried to get into Sherlock Holmes. I couldn't get into it. Believe it or not, I couldn't get into it.
No problem. Saying we call it. It's like it's everyone's taste. Saying sometimes it doesn't sit well with people on how it's like kind of like detective crime murdering scene, and it's really technical on how he deducts every little scene every time. But I think that's why I find it fascinating because I kind of aspire to that. I like to look at my surroundings, try to understand what's going on, try to make sure everything I know is in my hand, and make sure I have the right cards to play just in case.
Okay, like I watched action films. I love war movies. Like one of my dad's favorite ones to watch is besides Saving Private Ryan, it's also Fury was pretty good.
I was watching a
And
few
then
clips of that. Yeah, that looks like a great film.
that one's really good. Fury is really good, and then the other one that we like to watch is When We Were Soldiers.
I don't think I've seen that one.
That one's a really good one. Then there's also like a couple of Civil War films. Like a little fun fact: the movie Apocalypse Now, starring Martin Sheen. Part of that film was filmed on my mom's side of the family's land in the Philippines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm watching it on stream right now. You're at the stealth part, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not really stealthy, so I like to just go through and just like kill people.
Yeah. I was showing off on stream earlier how we call it. You can find a stealth pistol, and you can we call it get through this area without really being noticed. But it was so long. It took so long and so many tries.
Just beat a guy to death. Like my style of play is more run and gun.
Oh yeah, I understand that style all the way. Oh, I just realized Star Wars, my other biggest franchise I watch. I don't understand. I forgot about that.
As much as I like Star Wars, like the one of the series I couldn't really get into, like Star Trek. I couldn't get into Star Trek. I fucking hated Star Trek.
To be honest, I've seen the latest films and they're alright. I didn't really understand it either.
Then I'm also into like a lot of comedies.
I don't know if I've seen too many comedies. I think about it. I have watched a lot of comedians, specifically Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah, he's one of my top favorites.
Oh yeah, he's so funny.
My friend Maria actually met him at one time at a ran into him at a Taco Loco.
Of course we'll find him there.
Like when it came into my area to do he always comes to my area to do a stand-up show, and at the Taco Loco, it was funny was that he was there. She randomly ran into him too, and like took a picture with him, and like he is like how he says it, like at his shows, he's in public, like he
Yeah,
is, like,
I don't know.
at shows.
I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what he's been doing. I know he's been collecting
on
buses.
His show on Netflix. That's what he's been busy with.
Yeah. I still need to finish the second season. I forgot about that.
Then I don't know if you've ever seen the Friday movie series, but on the second one, the second
yeah.
Friday, yeah, the villain in the second one, Joker.
Uh-huh.
That's the teacher. That's his best friend on the show.
Oh,
That's actually
that's why I've
that's
seen
the-
him somewhere. I was like so curious. I was like, I know this person. Why do I know this person so well? And now everything clicks. So another fun story. One night when we were trying to decide what to watch for a movie night, I think it was just a few of us. I was going to make a suggestion because a few years back I had to do not an interview. I had to do a film analysis for one of my film classes, and I had a choice of any film. And for some reason, I decided to choose Friday. So I had it on YouTube, and I bought it for like $2. And I was going to be like, you guys want to watch Friday? I could stream it. I don't know if I have my Chromebook, and we'll just watch that if you guys wanted. I didn't say anything afterwards because I didn't know if anyone would like that franchise or would want to watch that film because it was quite short. But yeah, I was like, maybe save that in the back pocket if we have nothing else to watch one day.
yeah, Friday is a classic.
Oh yeah.
Like even if you have a bad day, Friday's a film that I could watch over and over again and be like, still laugh my ass off about it.
Oh yeah. It's just a classic film that you always can sit down and watch and just have a good time. Oh, let's talk about, I don't know if you've seen the news about it, but what do you think of the new Battlefield game coming out?
2042.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's gonna live up to its hype.
Yeah, I can easily see that. Because
Like,
everyone's been waiting
don't get
on a
me
new Battlefield game.
don't get me wrong. Like, Battlefield was great, but the fact that they took forever just to get when they came out, Battlefield 1 was amazing. They had a great launch. It had great DLCs. It was in the right direction, you know, as a game. It had like the right amount of fun in it for in a game set in a different era, in an older era. Like it freaking lived up to its hype and stuff. And then after Call of Duty, like they jumped on to the bandwagon. They came out with World War II. You know,
Again, even though they already
Yeah.
had a World War II game.
yeah, like Call of Duty honestly started off with the World War II franchise, the World War I franchise. And
Oh, yeah.
what made Call of Duty so great at the time was that you could relive those moments in history, and it was an alternative instead of reading the books to learn history, like the whole thing about World War II in that form and that way.
Yeah. Saying you can still learn good
And
partial history without, like I said, not reading the books and technically not being bored to death.
yeah, like my history teachers in school, like they got so mad at a bunch of the guys because all we do was turn on the PS2, the Xbox, or game, and we'd play Call of Duty. We'd play Call of Duty Finest Hour or Big Red 1 to learn about the Americans and what they had
Yeah.
to deal with.
That
Yeah.
was, in fact, my first Call of Duty game. Call of Duty Big Red one. I played the, I believe, B-17 mission so many times, I still remember to this day. In fact, the B-17 is my favorite plane.
Yeah. And that I know that that with the whole with when they came out with when Call of Duty announced that they were going back to modern games and stuff, everyone expecting DICE to go like, all right, cool, we're gonna go back to like we're gonna come out with Battlefield 5, will be in the modern era. When they went to trade from Battlefield World War One to World War Two, it just sat. Battlefield 5, don't get me wrong, had some great qualities, but the whole revive system in it, it just and the whole bugs and shit, like Battlefield 5 took away a lot of the fun that made Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4 so great.
Yeah,
And
and
now what
Battlefield 5 wasn't that really good, in my opinion.
now that 2042 is coming out, a lot of people are looking forward to going towards a more modern, futuristic style gameplay. I just hope that they don't do like a lot of like gimmicks in there. They're just gonna sour out the game and just ruin like the mystique that Battlefield has created over the years. With like Battlefield 3, like 3 had that one map where you dove. If they took over a certain point, you jumped off this cliff and dove right into this base. And then 4 had a lot of Easter eggs that just made it such a great game. Like the whole dinosaur, they brought in Megalodon. And,
I was
they
like,
were
wasn't that
influenced
the
a
one
lot
with
too.
Megalodon? I
Yeah,
remember that
like,
Easter egg.
A lot of the stuff they included in 4 was actually influenced by a lot of like YouTubers and stuff. Interesting enough.
Yeah. They listened to the community and actually did stuff for the community, like a company should. But, you know,
Yeah.
that's a forbidden tale.
Like, I believe Dice could make a great Battlefield game with 2042 if they do it right and like listen to like a lot of the people from the community, like what they need to include and
How
whatnot.
to keep that, we call it, that community hype. They can't let it die out, because as soon as it dies out, we never know when it could come back.
Oh yeah, okay.
Even today, look at it saying we're still playing Battlefield 1, and it's been 5 years. Granted, we haven't been playing Battlefield 5, because I don't own that one. But just saying,
Battlefield.
this game, it still lives up to its hype to this day.
I know that one. The only biggest issue about one was that the vehicles in it was just like a lot of the vehicles they had was kind of bad in its own way.
Yeah. And there were a few weapons that obviously dominated the scene because they were so overpowered that everyone good would be using them and everyone cheap would be using them. Like the Hell Regal, what else? Some pistols. What else was our big popular weapon? A few LMGs. But
Yeah,
overall, but it's like, what do you expect? Saying every person is going to find that one exploit and just use it so much they can until it's dead. Like Warzone.
like I know that. Oh yeah, Warzone big time had a bunch of exploits that just pissed off a lot of people. And like, I know that I played the only campaign in Call of Duty that from the modern era that I played was Modern Warfare 3. S Gamer 456. We're playing Battlefield 1 right now. Besides this, do you read like any books on the side besides the book we're reading for book club,
Not
or
necessarily.
do you do any
Uh,
hobbies like photography or drawing or writing in journals even?
let's see here. I kind of do just a little bit of building here and there. Like I said, I do have my like a little Lego Star Wars collection. I have a whole bunch of like Halo figures that I've built and collect. To be honest, it's just been mostly video games for the past 12, 15 years.
All right, all right. Like
Oh,
me,
about
I don't
it.
really do any drawings or like I know that I've done a couple of drawings here or there. I haven't really done anything major. I've done a lot of collecting. Like I recently started collecting boots.
Oh, okay. Like what kind of boots are we talking about? Like what we call it, hiking boots, or
Casual wear boots like Doc Martens.
oh, okay.
Thursday Boots Company was another one. If this company's called Fry, I've done a lot of collecting from them. And then I've also done like I don't really collect action figures. Like if I could have a guitar collection and I had the money for it, I would collect. Like I like looking at the rare instruments that were out there.
Yeah, I can see that. Saying that's always been a big thing too. It's like I don't have money for this stuff, like how a lot of collectors do. So it's like I don't really consider myself a collector because like I compare myself to them, and it's like no, I don't really have the same type of we call it abundance they do.
Like one of my coworkers, he's a big toy collector, so he likes to show off his Godzilla toys and stuff.
Like what kind of Godzilla toys? I actually don't know about those. Excuse me.
Like one of them is like he likes collecting like the style of Godzilla toys from like the early '80s and '90s, and then shows them off on his YouTube channel, paints them.
Oh, nice.
And I've shown off Vinny's collection of Gundams. And shout out, and he actually like was really he loved the War Greymon build that Vinny uploaded on his Instagram. By the way, for viewers, if you're here, check out Vinny12, awesome builder, an awesome streamer as well. Has his own series called Sass Dating.
AXT, a lot of McDonald's.
And he's eating McDonald's tonight. Gonna be in a
Yeah.
lot of pain. Vinny, I recommend you get Pepto Bismol or Imodium on the side, ready to go.
And make sure you have your a toilet seat heated before you go in there, because I know it's cold for you.
Or if not toilet seat, always have a bunch of toilet paper ready and stuff to go. And besides any of those hobbies, do you obviously, like, I know we talked about your background, like sports you like to do, if you had a sports background growing up or in school.
Hmm.
But
I have to think about that. Because I do martial arts as well for a good couple of years.
all right, all right.
But
Did you do taekwondo or did you do
it was a mixed one. It was karate, taekwondo, and I believe what was the third practice we got in it? Karate, taekwondo. I don't think judo.
kickboxing,
No.
Muay Thai? Judo?
Uh,
I did wrestle against a couple of guys from the judo club in high school. Like those guys are freaking hard to wrestle against. They were impressed with my takedowns and my ability to like my submission style.
Yeah, we didn't do judo then because we didn't do any takedowns. We did. I think it was probably just a mix of boxing as well, because we did a lot of sparring.
Okay, okay.
Like I said, I did a lot of soccer back in my day. Of course, I was like 5 or 6, so it was like we call it just like kid soccer. We were just messing around with the ball and just scoring whenever.
I have done intramural sports in college, and soccer wasn't one of my favorites to do. Even though it was fun, I hated the whole running thing like that the soccer endurance requires.
Yeah. By the way, I would go back and grab that weapon. The other weapon's might be really helpful.
Then what was another one that I did soccer? That wasn't. I didn't have fun with that at all. I hate that you need to have a pistol. Oh, never mind.
I was gonna say you don't need to have a pistol. That the weapon you have right now is going to be very vital. I did forget. I do actually have another hobby. I occasionally do paintball.
All right. Paintball's pretty fun, you know.
Yeah,
I've dabbled with it here or there occasionally.
yeah. Let's see. I started playing paintball, I believe, when I was 11, so roughly 10 years from now, or 10 years ago. Uh, and to be honest, the first time I ever played, it was rough. Like I wasn't used to that
Oh,
kind of environment. I was like wearing heavy equipment. Everything I had was loaned, so I didn't know what was going on, and we just went at it. We were out there for like 9 hours, just constantly playing. Then let's see, I did get into an accident. It was I think roughly 5 years ago. It was the final match, and I was ready to call it, but I wanted to do one more. My father already stopped, and he was like, "Are you packing stuff?" And everyone else was just doing one final match, and I wanted to play it just because I didn't know when we were going back to it. Incidentally, the field there was a little grass field, and my shoelaces got caught, and when I was trying to rush to an enemy point, I accidentally jumped, not necessarily jumped, but I lifted my leg too high, and like I said, I got caught, and I accidentally fell on my gun, injuring my right knee, and breaking part of my gun
ooh.
off. And at first, it hurt. Like, it felt like it was, like, broken, but it wasn't fully. I've broken my arm multiple times, so I know what that feeling is. And I went back to my father, and he was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I told him I fell down, I hurt my knee. Later on that day, I looked at it. It was swollen, but it didn't look like it was anything serious, so I iced on it and relaxed it. Then it came around 3 days where it started getting bigger, and it never went down. Then I went to the doctors and they said that it was it wasn't a broken knee, but it's something with the muscle I tore. And not
Oh, like the
tore, but
meniscus or
bruised. Yeah, meniscus.
the ace. Okay.
Yeah, I messed that up and it needed time to heal, and I was in a brace for roughly about a month or so. I can't remember fully,
Ooh.
but I remember going on my first trip to Vegas with that brace on, and I had to be in a wheelchair the whole time because I couldn't walk around.
Oh, dude, that's not fun, especially in Vegas.
Yeah, so it was an interesting first time in Vegas.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, after that little accident with paintball, I kind of retired a bit. And I think it was last year when my brother came down from Texas and wanted to play. We went out to the field and I got back into it.
Yeah, I know paintball could be a rough sport, especially if you're playing against former Navy SEALs, former military personnel, and police officers.
Yep, and
Like
that's
I played
exactly
a
what we
couple.
play against.
I played against a couple of them, and like those guys are take it to another level.
Oh yeah, you're
It's
saying
like
call outs
there's
where it's like,
casual,
huh?
there's casual players, and then there's those guys who come up, run up to you, tackle you, disarm you, and fucking blast you in your chest or face.
Then there's the
Like,
professional esports one where they have those, we call it speedballers, where they're just going,
yeah. I've
barely
played
wearing
against some
anything like
friends.
that.
I played against some guys where like they play with frozen paintballs where they freeze them.
Oh yeah.
Fuck those guys.
I played with you guys where my dad wanted to join in this match. It was Mercy Ball. It was essentially you kept getting hit until it hurt so much where you had to say mercy. So it's like
Ooh, fuck.
you just keep going and keep going and keep going, and if you want that pain, just keep going it. And if you say mercy, then you're out. But as long as you don't say it, you're in.
Fuck that.
Yeah. And no limits on, we call it, how close you get to a person. You could be right up on them and still be shooting at them and still, we call it, be okay. So I knew to stay away from that one. I was like, nope.
Besides that, like, I think one of the shows that I do watch, if I don't know if Random Person's still here, but me and him talk about it a lot on my streams. It's called The Challenge.
What's the show again? I heard you for a second, but you
It's
cut
called-
out for
It's called The Challenge.
challenge.
Yeah, it's like a reality TV a competition show where they get all these reality TV stars in there, and they go through like all these different like challenges where they try to win certain amounts of money.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting.
It's been going on for like the last almost 30 years now.
Really? I
Yeah.
have not heard of it.
It's on MTV.
Oh, okay. That's probably. I never watched MTV.
Like it's far from like American Ninja Warrior, Survivor, Celebrity Big Brother and stuff, but they have been getting people in from Survivor and Big Brother in there. And like they make it seem like it's a different type of animal compared to what those competitors are on those shows deal with. Like over the years, it's evolved to where they don't focus on just being physically good. You have to have a mental game, a political game.
Yeah.
Like there's some insane shit they make them do. Like there's sleeping challenges, there's eating challenges. You're jumping from car to car, suspended above the ocean, and you can't touch certain things on the apparatus, or you're DQ'd.
Sounds rough, but it sounds like a challenge a lot of people would go through.
Yeah, like at one point, they had a season where they were in Spain. They had to run up the Rock of Gibraltar.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was like it took them 2 days. Like there was a portion, like it was a purge challenge, so they had to get to the top of the rock. The last person on the guy's side and the girl's side is automatically eliminated. At the halfway point, you got into the bunker where like a lot of stuff they had from World War II. They had to stand standing in the bunker, holding his empty ammo case for 6 hours. They couldn't sleep. They had to be standing there holding it. Like that right there is rough. I don't think I could do that shit.
Yeah, no. That's something that those other people are literally built different.
I mean, on there they've had people that are like former Division One athletes. Well, they're not Division One. Like now they're bringing some of those fuckers in. But there's like people on there that are from like that did compete at college sports, and some of them can't even make it. Um. Oh, it's already 2 a.m. Fuck.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna head out, Bada, saying it's getting late, and I'm gonna try to get some food before I go to sleep.
All right. Yeah. Well, we'll conclude this. I mean, it was great to have a special to change up my stream this tonight. I was originally gonna stream like a Battlefield, no, an RPG, or even City Skylines, but it's been something I wouldn't want to do for a while. I just bring someone on here, interview them for a bit.
Yeah, I'll be willing to do this again anytime, saying this was a great time.
Yeah, I mean, if I think I have Solus on here, so I might try to see if he can see if I could get him up early enough or something. Maybe on a Saturday, I could maybe get Solus in here and do him as a guest, or even try to do Rain one of these days.
Oh yeah, you know she'll we call it carry the we call it questions all the way through.
Oh heck yeah! I was thinking about. I tried on here recently. I went to the internet app on the Xbox and tried to get onto Discord.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
I tried that, so
Sucks.
because it'd be cool enough. Like I wish I could like interview Icky on here one of these days, or even try to get if I do get a streaming laptop, it'd be cool enough to like be able to invite Icky on, do a little interview on him.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's just
Vinny.
I wish Xbox would who we call it allow us to do that, but of course not.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone who was out here, thanks for coming out here, watching this special little behind the scenes podcast style interview with my co-host here, Spartan.
Hey, shout out to Vinny, shout out to Icky, shout out to Civic, shout out to Rain, shout out to Bada Bear himself. Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in while with this terrible gameplay of Battlefield 1.
It wasn't that bad. It was pretty good.
Icky, redeeming a hydrate.
Oh, I don't have a water bottle near me. I do have a water with me somewhere.
That was
There
my
it
third
is.
water bottle. Because I drink like 2 energy drinks a day at work. And I hardly drink water when I'm working for 8 hours straight, so when I get off of work, when I go take a leak, my urine's really yellow.
Dude, man. Better really watch yourself, man. Especially this week.
I'll be fine.
Alright. I
But,
believe you.
You guys tune in tomorrow. I am at she'll be streaming tomorrow, like exactly 7, I believe, or 7:30. You know, so go ahead and check her out. Shout out to her. Without her, a lot of us wouldn't be streaming. Who haven't been streaming before she started taking content creation serious. You know, if you guys like this type of stream, I'll do this again next week. You know, I'll bring in a different guest maybe if they let me, or if not, I'll keep it up with. I'll bring back Spartan again, and we'll talk about we'll discuss like a different game or different style. We can set up a topic to talk about for for an hour or so.
Yeah,
But,
that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I'm probably gonna end my stream here too. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to. I want to get woken up early tomorrow to be like, hey, because of work, trying to tell them like how to do certain things.
Yeah.
But yeah, to my viewers, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to check out Spartan. He streams at random times. He's still new to streaming, so you know, show him some love. Hop in there. Shout
I
out
do
to
a lot
Civic.
of Halo and DBD.
Like, if you guys want to see actual Halo gameplay, Spartan's the one to watch. My Xbox, my internet just can't handle it, so I won't. That's why I don't attempt to stream these games, multiplayer wise. Tomorrow, if I do stream, I will be streaming probably City Skylines or even Prison Architect. I would try to do a House Flipper, but I gotta finish the update, and right now I'm about maybe halfway through it. It's a 5 GB update. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm gonna do a raid right now. So my choices tonight to raid are McDoodle. I raided Serotonin last night. Tasha's streaming, Vu is streaming, and Icky's streaming. If anything, let's go ahead and let's go raid Tasha. Just because it'd be funny to troll the shit out of her. Like,
Yeah, I'm still new to our stream. I'm not doing that.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna do that. Icky, I will definitely raid you tomorrow. Here's our raid message. That's because I call my community the Casbah Club. Let's go ahead and do /raid Tash Silver. And I'll fill her in. Apparently, like, we're all invited to our birthday bash on July 9th. So let's go ahead and rate Tasha. We'll hop in there for a little while, and then eventually I'm gonna hop into Icky's stream. You know, I'm always there for Icky, because Icky's also been supporting me.
Always look out for the homies.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. Plus, Vu's gifted me a sub to Tash's channel, so I got my favorite Tash emote back, the Tash Dicer.
Oh yeah. I gotta resub her soon because I think mine is about to end soon.
I know that when it comes to rap, I like older rap from the 90s, but my most modern rapper I'll listen to is probably NF and Juice WRLD.
Oh, I have been listening to NF recently. He has some pretty good songs.
Yeah. NF's flow, he's probably the only person that can match and Hobson. Hobson's pretty good. But NF is probably the only one that has a similar flow to Eminem.
Yeah, I hear it a lot in between his lines.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly too. Like when he explored the rock genre, I'm like, it's kind of his whole rebranding himself as a rock artist. He kind of went in the right direction for it.
Yeah.
Especially that he has Travis Barker helping him grow. All right, here we go. We're on Tasha's stream now.